What's good? What's Gucci? Woo! All right. So I'm gonna be playing Half-Life 2. Apparently, that was the game that a lot of people really wanted to see on stream today. So, bit of a bonus stream here. Bonus stream. Tomorrow we'll still be Team Fortress 2. Today though, Half-Life 2 actually. And honestly, this is if I'm being honest, out of the three options, this is what I wanted the most out of all of it. And one thing I will add too is that I am going to be playing with the director's commentary. Already I'm seeing that one mod that I installed is not working. So, but modding this game, by the way, I imagine this stream is going to be a lot of like me getting mods to like kind of cooperate or, trying to work together. I made a Half-Life 2 video like a long time ago when they announced the workshop for this game. And we're going to start over from the very beginning, by the way. Yeah, I made a Half-Life 2 video a long time ago, back when the workshop mod thing was kind of first announced and first introduced. And it was one of my favorite videos, honestly. Actually, out of my older pieces of work, it's one of the few videos that's actually genuinely funny, and then also pretty concise. My only gripe with it though is that it's too short and it doesn't really go over the whole game. So my plan is that I'm going to just play through the whole game with all these mods and then hopefully get some good content and then make a bunch of clips with it and then go from there. But we have to start from the very beginning. I'm going to enable the developer commentary track, as I mentioned before. I think it'd be kind of cool if there's a bit of a combination of something that's funny and then also something that's a bit interesting and educational to a degree. With that being said, I'm also having a beverage, Arizona Premium Spiked Beverage. It's hard, and it's real brewed, iced tea with peach. What does that mean by real brewed? What is produced and bottled in Hornell? One thing I hate about alcohol is that you don't have to describe specifically like the ingredients of all that shit. I wish they would. Who knows what they're putting in this, honestly. They're probably putting like major chemicals in this shit. It says not carbonated, shake well. Okay. It says not carbonated, shake well in the box. Nothing I hate more is when I open up a beverage and it says shake well and I didn't shake it. And I'm like, oh, dang it, I messed up the whole experience. The whole shebang is gone. It was not shaken well. Also, to what degree is well? Can we get a community to agree on something like that? Here we go. There's a little bit of carbonation in there, clearly, but I'm gonna pour this over water. I've had these before. I find that they're very sweet, and which is, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just a little bit too sweet to just take straight, in my opinion. Oh my god, we just got a subscriber. It's not a fox. Thank you, not a fox. Thank you for tuning in. We are going to get started as soon as I have a sip of my beverage. My beverage is for adults of all ages. I'm glad I watered that down. I like the consistency of that when it's watered down with ice cubes. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try my best to be funny while doing this. This is kind of a goofy haha hee hee stream, so. But I'm excited. I don't remember every single mod that I installed, but hopefully they're good. Hopefully they're good mods. Half-Life 2, one of the best games ever. Oh. Hey. Oh. I'm sorry, you wanted to say something? Oh. Okay. Oh, you go first. No, you go first. I'm sorry. This is... Yeah, if you wanted to... Oh, he's really looking at me. He's really giving me that look. Oh! I feel like you wanted to say something. I really get the vibe that you wanted to... No, you go first. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be polite. You can talk first. I'm just... Oh. Wow. What a fantastic game Half-Life 2 is, though. It is interesting to play through it with the more mature sets and really appreciate all those like little details in the map, in the design. Oh.
I didn't see you get on. Well, end of the line.
Welcome to...
I'm assuming these are the director's commentary notes.
I'm Gabe Newell, and welcome back to Half-Life 2.
I'm Gabe Newell. Please stop sending me furry artwork and furry pornography in the
fucking city now! You get back on that fucking train and go back where you fucking came from, you fucking assholes! I fucking hate you so much. Fuck you, Gordon Freeman. I hope you get run over by a fucking train. You stupid mother... Whether you are here to stay or passing...
Physics objects. It might be hard to remember it now.
I've been in a
When
train like
Half-Life
this.
2 came out, small objects and games,
A train
like
station
bits
like
of
this.
trash, were usually static. As in, they didn't really move, or if they did, it was in a very simple way. If you were lucky, they might break apart into some sprites if you hit them. One of the goals for this initial train station section was to really make it clear to players that these kinds of things were properly, physically, actually being simulated in Half-Life 2. They could be picked up, dropped, thrown, broken, moved by other forces, you name it.
Huh.
Here we're...
Train station.
Alright, we're not gonna go through every single developer commentary note. Is that Germa?
Welcome
Why is
to
Germa here?
17. You have chosen or have been chosen to get fucked in the ass.
Alright, that I don't know what mod that is. That's pissing me off though. We have the McDonald's employees?
No! You get back on that fucking train and go back where you
the only ones on that train?
Alright. We're moving on here. Pick that back up. Pick that back up.
Don't put the way. They put something in it to make you forget.
Whether you are here to stay or passing through on your way to parts unknown, welcome to City 17.
We got a lot of McDonald's employees. It seems like we're gonna be going against like McDonald's employees at the Combine. Uh-oh. Let me through. I earlier in my video actually, I guess there's a way to... Is that Kanye West? Hey Kanye, what's that behind you? I think this part is probably just the mod being a little messed
I got
up.
a standard relocation coupon just like everybody else.
That is going to be confusing as hell, by the way. Actually, what is he going to take off? Is he going to take off his mask? His face? Does Kanye have like another face under there? This is probably some cutscene thing. Oh.
I'm gonna need me some privacy for this.
It's me, Carl. Chill. It's me, Gordon, CJ from the Grove Street.
All right.
I have to put on a show for the cameras. I've been working undercover with civil protection. I can't take too long or they'll get suspicious. I'm way behind.
I feel like you almost had Kanye's voice down.
Barney, what is it?
Oh,
I'm
yo.
in the middle of a critical test.
Sorry, Doc, but look who's here.
That sounded like Kanye for like a minute, but then it just
Gordon
didn't.
Freeman. I expected more warning.
Yeah, you and me both, Doc. He was about to board the express to Nova Prospect.
Well, Barney, what do you intend?
I'm thinking.
Alex is around here somewhere. She would have a better idea how to get him here.
As long as he stays away from checkpoints, we should be okay. Listen, I gotta go, Doc. We're taking enough chances as it is.
Very well. And
It is surreal to see Kanye West in Half-Life 2.
Okay, Gordon. You're gonna have to make your own way to Dr. Kleiner's lab. Oh, man, that's what I was afraid
Thank you for
of.
the subscribe,
Get in
by
here,
the way.
Gordon, before you blow my cover.
Alright. Hey, by the way, that last album you made, you know the what? You know the... Yeah, you didn't really mean that
Get
stuff.
over here!
Okay.
Blocking tutorials too.
Get through that window and keep going till you're in.
Let me know if the audio is a little bit too much. I feel like the game's fairly loud. I love that loading like screen, like the little pause. Playing the Xbox 360 and having that little pause come through was so nice. Oh, here we go. The pivotal moment.
Pick up that can. Contextualizing tutorials, creating a story scenario in which they happen, lets us do more than just stop the game to teach players something. We get to add narrative value to the moment. Here, teaching the player how to throw objects is combined with a narrative setup that gives them a choice in how to respond. After watching the Metro cops casually abuse citizens, it felt right to put the player in a similar position next. If they had opinions on how the citizens should have reacted, now they get to express them.
Oh my
Playtesting
god.
showed most players either complied or refused the request to pick up the can.
I don't remember
Some
putting this one in.
Others will comply initially, then retaliate after feeling humiliated.
Jesus.
By keeping the moment relatively constrained in both
Oh,
terms of player
man.
actions and the space itself, we could
we're gonna move past that one there, boys and girls. Why is there a Cybertruck? I don't remember. Some of these I just don't remember putting some of this shit into the game. This building feels kind of new, actually. This might sound crazy, but this might also be a mod, right? Not bad, but clearly this... I don't know, this feels weird. This feels just like kind of a bit not Half-Life 2-esque. What does this say?
Closed captions. During Half-Life 2 development, we were approached by folks interested in accessibility who encouraged us to go beyond the subtitle system we had built for Half-Life 1. They requested a full-featured closed captioning system to capture all game sounds, not just dialogue. This turned out to be a much tougher challenge than expected. Half-Life 2 produced a wide variety of sounds, and categorizing them for captions was crucial. Prioritization was also key.
It is so cool that Valve is one of the few companies that lets you do the developer commentary. I wish more game companies would have a developer commentary. It's kind of a shame that it's not as standard with most like video games out, you know what I mean? Or even older ones. I mean, like, it would just be nice to kind of see that thought process and how hard could it really be to do the developer commentary piece? I guess I've never done the full playthrough of
materials and shaders,
developer commentary.
Half-Life
and
2 came out in the midst of,
and which is kind of why I want to play this on stream, because I really want to get an idea. But I have to listen to some of these. I have to like sit down. I'm not gonna listen to every single one. I'm not gonna sit here and go like, I'm gonna listen to every single developer commentary, but I do want to hear like some out of the ordinary ones.
Materials and shaders. Half-Life 2
I'll do
came
this
out
one.
in the midst of a significant shift in 3D graphics, where the industry moved from textures to materials and shaders. In Half-Life 1, every surface had a texture, essentially an image wrapped onto the polygons of the surface.
Yeah.
But by Half-Life 2, just 5 years later, every surface had both a material and a shader. The shader was a lump of code that customized how the surface was rendered. The material defined properties for how the surface behaved physically and how it responded to gameplay features.
It's so interesting too, by
It
the way,
also
to
held
think
references to textures and
pause
other
this.
parameters for the shader to use for rendering. As a result, artists and designers had much more control over how things looked and behaved. However, this came with a trade-off. Half-Life 1 could run on a computer with only a CPU, but Half-Life 2 required a GPU because the computations needed for materials and shaders were specifically designed for GPU hardware. The refracting glass door here is a clear example of a custom shader, but every surface in the scene is actually running a shader of some
saying how with Half-Life 2, where was I with that? I had a very interesting thought that I wanted to share. Never hung out here for that long, but it is interesting, I guess, how in Half-Life 2 the developer commentary aspect of it. I want to see how that progresses throughout the rest of the game itself, because I feel like you've always seen the beginning. Like, you always get through the first level or two of the developer commentary, and then you're like, all right, I'm done with this. I don't want to like hear. I guess I'm gonna be kind of like specific about which ones I pick and which ones I don't.
View.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to hear about field of view, but that is interesting how it affects my
In Half-Life 1, we used a 90-degree field of view.
Alright, we're done with that. We don't have to go through every single one of these.
I thought you were a cop.
Reference maps. As our character...
Alright, we're not gonna listen to all of these. I feel like I don't want to click on every single one. It's gonna kind of like deep into the game.
Anymore.
I don't know what this is.
Missing material.
Oh, what?
Early on in developing our low-level graphics code, we realized it would be difficult to spot polygons that weren't rendering.
I see. Oh, that's just part of the tutorial. It's part of the developer commentary piece. I'm curious to see what the rest of the developer commentary looks like in the later parts of the game. I wonder how, like, in-depth they go, too. Oh, not that way. I don't know if I also installed a mod that makes the game darker. If you are watching this stream, by the way, if it's too loud, please say something and let me know. They're coming! They're coming! Oh, God! Oh, no! People getting their ass beat. People getting their ass beat. I'm getting my ass beat. I'm getting my ass beat. Okay, yeah, thank you. I don't know why everyone's dressed in a Taco Bell employee uniform, by the way. I haven't figured that mod out yet, by the way. I like how this can gets shot. Shoot the can, come on. Shoot the can. The can. Shoot the can. Shoot the can. Oh. Can you guys just not? Whatever. Moving on. I'm just seeing the Twin Tower. Cybertruck. God, these guys have no shot. It's unreal. Like, these are worse than stormtroopers in Star Wars, if I'm being honest. This was an interesting developer commentary when I first made that video. I subscribed to it at one point, and I'm a little worried if it's active right now. We're going to find out in 2 seconds. If it is, I'm going to immediately turn the stream off, but I made sure, yeah, there it is. Wow, they even got the mouth to move? No way! That's so detailed! That's unreal! Oh no, dude!
At this stage of development, and the final bug
what's this way, actually? Can I jump out this window?
Ourselves to fixing
oh, I can.
Issues.
That's kind of like interesting. You can jump out that window, actually. Other games like Battlefield 6 would have just been like, oh yeah, just you can't even jump out that window. The window just has an invisible wall. We're not even gonna let the player experiment like that. God, dude, playing through Battlefield 6's campaign, man. Oh, playing this just feels like foie gras compared to that. It's unreal how bad Battlefield 6 campaign was. My new video kind of goes over that, but I'm getting a sense. I'm gonna pause real quick. I am getting a sense that the audio is very loud for the game. We're gonna go ahead and just take that down just a tad. I do feel that the audio is a bit. We're also on hard mode, by the way. Just calling that out. So any fakers out there. Honestly, Half-Life 2 is not a very hard game. Half-Life 2 is really not mechanically a very hard game. The Half-Life series mechanically is not very. Let me put this there. I think that's good. Isn't very aggressive in terms of gameplay being the main focus of the series. I always feel like the focus of the series was always the technological feats at Half-Life and the narrative feats and the pacing and the overall design and look and feel and structure of the world was always the big focus of like Half-Life games.
You don't want to get in their way.
And mechanically, I guess what I'm saying is mechanically they're not the most impressive games of the world. But they're done well. They're done so well though that they're seamless almost. Did they make this? Did they make Alex thicker too?
I'm Alex Vance. My father worked with you back in Black Mesa.
Wow.
I'm sure you don't remember me.
God, furries really got one shot about that one Star Wars game.
Man, a few words, aren't you?
Yeah, furries really got one shot by that one. That's tough.
NPCs on elevators. We often spend a significant.
Don't get my dad started on Dr. Breen.
Interactive storytelling.
I don't really want to hear about interactive storytelling. I kind of. Oh, Josh, she's really looking at my soul in that screenshot. She's really looking into the depths of my soul right now.
Funny you showing up on this day in particular.
Did no one question where Gordon Freeman was for all those years? Oh, come on. I can't skip the cutscene. Oh my god. Okay. Very funny. Oh no. Oh wow. They really commit to that bit. Can we just load that? That was funny. Thank you. Ha 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 he he. Oh, is it one of those mods that's unfortunately doesn't have like some kind of I really hope I don't have to like uninstall or turn off that mod to. I mean, it is funny the second time around. I will say that much. Oh, shoot. Do I have to wait through the whole cutscene? Okay, we're just gonna. I'm glad we at least got the bit done. I do remember installing that because I remember that being a very funny meme. Uh-oh. Is the game crashing? I wonder. Oh, there we go. We're good. See evil Twin Towers. Oh no, not the evil Twin Towers. We're gonna go ahead and just turn off that one mod, just because I guess it won't let me progress through the rest of the game. Here's a sneak preview of the other mods that I've installed, by the way, but we're not gonna focus on this too much here. Where's the one with Alex falling off the rail? That was funny. I'm glad we did that one. That was a good bit. Hee hee ha ha. But unfortunately, I was really hoping that the bit would be smart enough to be like to put a space bar, like a button push to be like, hey, bit's over. I want to go back to the game now. Okay. All right, we're good. All right, back to Half-Life 2. Not the evil Twin Towers. Anything but the evil. Bad line model number. Okay, that's not good. The game crashed. That's so cool. I love when my mods do that to my game. I love when mods. Okay, come on. I do want to make sure that mod is not back on again because I would feel like a total idiot if. Okay, it's disabled. Good. All right, we're good. We're moving on. Back to the game. Oh no! Boo! What? Oh man, you know what? The worst part is I remember downloading that, being like, "This is gonna be so funny when I do the eventual video of that and get like just footage of me doing that." And now that I'm here, I'm like, "Damn it! Why are you doing this to me, Gabe?" I'm just gonna go ahead and unsubscribe from it because I wonder if it's like some weird. I don't want to. I mean, I guess the other option is that I literally sit through the cutscene. and like sit through the whole credits of the game. You know what I mean? And then we continue, but I don't think I want to do that. I think this is much more preferable of me just troubleshooting it and getting it over with. And so back to this. We're back to the game. Back to the game. I might have to reload a different save file though, or make a whole new save file. Yeah. I'm gonna have to just literally make a new. I wonder. I guess that save's corrupt. I guess it would make sense because I uninstalled or turned off a mod, so the save's probably all messed up now. It's probably going like that's probably what's happening. The game's probably crashing because I'm like, hey, load this like save up again, and that save is like, well, this previous thing had. We're just gonna go ahead and start at Red Letter Day. That literally put us right back where we started, so it's fine. Back to this. It's all right. That makes sense.
Funny you showing up on this day in particular.
Damn. I don't know why they made her thick on the bottom like that. That's not necessary.
Kleiner's lab.
They were probably so impressed getting her to do that back in the day. They were probably like, oh my god, we animated her so fluidly jumping over that railing. Oh, can she do it dynamically throughout the game? No. No, she does that. She does that one time throughout the whole game.
Here, let me buy you a drink.
Did I download something that makes the lighting in this game like weirder or darker or more like quote unquote cinematic?
Oh, and by the way, nice to finally meet you.
Yeah.
Blast that little...
Character reaction. Character react.
Come out of there!
Uh-oh, everything all right, Dr. Kleiner?
Oh, hello, Alex. Well, almost all right. Lamar has gotten out of her crate again. If I didn't know better, I'd suspect Barney of trapping and... My goodness. Gordon Freeman.
Gordon Freeman.
It really is you, isn't it?
I found him.
Why does he look like the bad guy from a Neon Genesis Evangelion movie?
We owe a great deal to Dr. Freeman, even if trouble does tend to follow in his wake.
That's very true. I mean, I did bring about the whole kind of end and collapse of the world,
I
but...
must say, Gordon, you come at a very opportune time. Alex has just installed the final piece for our resurrected teleport.
I can't take any credit for the breakthrough, Doctor.
Nonsense. Your talents surpass your loveliness.
Let's just see if this thing works, okay?
Sup, Grove Street?
Kanye!
Stir up the hive.
Yeah, Kanye's back.
It'll jeopardize everything we've worked for.
Don't worry, he's coming with me.
That's right, Barney. This is a red letter day. We'll inaugurate the new...
What is a red letter day?
Transmission.
I've never heard... Is that like a turn of phrase that I've never heard of?
Nice one, dude. You a genius.
No. There's nothing to be nervous about.
What cat?
We've made major strides since then. Major strides.
What cat?
Doc, since he's not taking the streets, you might as well get him out of his civvies.
What? Oh dear, you're right. I almost forgot. Barney, I'll give you the honor.
Huh. I have got to get back on my shift. But okay.
I like how that's the picture of Kanye. Hell yeah. Get me in the Mick fucking suit right now.
Oh, shit!
Oh, damn! Oh, damn! Damn! Lamar got a
Never
booty!
fear, Gordon. She's de-beaked and completely harmless. The worst she might do is attempt to couple with your head. Fruitlessly.
What's your fucking problem?
Here, my pet. Hop up.
It's got such an ass.
Careful, Lamar. Those are quite fragile. Oh, fine. It'll be another
Lamar's
week
big
before
ass
I
is so
hook her
funny.
up there.
What's wrong with this place?
Barney.
By the way, one thing that's super funny is that Barney's lines aren't done with like an AI. It's just like some guy doing a really bad Kanye impression, which I really appreciate. Hell yeah, I feel the Mick fucking energy in me.
Well, Gordon, I see your HEV suit still fits you like a glove. At least the glove parts do.
You're so right.
I've made a few modifications, but I'll just acquaint you with the essentials. Now, let's see. The Mark V hazardous environment suit has been redesigned for comfort and utility. Oh dear.
I ain't got time for this bullshit. At least get that suit you stopped, Gordon.
Good idea. There's a charger on the wall.
I like how you can just goof around like his office like
I've
this.
modified your suit to draw power from combine energy.
Archetypes. We wanted to create narrative links between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 through our characters. Our idea was to design individuals who felt like representations of Half-Life 1's archetypes so that players might find them familiar, almost as though they'd met them in Half-Life 1 at some point that they couldn't quite remember. We based Dr. Kleiner on the scientist model we felt was the most iconic, and his personality was largely shaped by Hal Robbins, whose voice and performances had defined the Half-Life 1 scientists. One day, when we were in the thick of trying to figure out this character, Dr. Kleiner's face came into focus, as we happened to share an elevator with an accountant from an office on another floor of our building, and looking at him, it was clear that this is Dr. Kleiner's face. Luckily, he was receptive when we asked if we could photograph him for a video game character.
Monitors.
I don't want to hear about monitors.
Gordon, why don't you position yourself near the panel over there and wait for my word?
Isaac, are you there?
Yes, Eli.
Oh, Eli got the waves going. Ooh, sheesh. Wavy. There's like some cool little moments with the lighting.
Let's do it.
It does make it feel goofier though. It doesn't feel authentic and genuine like Half-Life 2 does. But it's kind of a nice addition though. I like its kind of difference to it, you know.
Nice one, Drew. You a genius.
Hey, yeah, about that cat.
Initializing in 3, 2, 1. So. Goodness. My relief is almost palpable.
Fantastic work, Ethan.
Well,
He's got the Supreme shirt on. That's awesome.
An able assistant.
I agree.
Go ahead and bring Gordon through now.
Right you are. Speak to you again in a few moments.
Good job, Gordon. Throwing that switch and all. I can see your MIT education really pays for itself.
You'll never get another video game, Kanye.
Gordon, as soon as you're in position, we'll send you to Eli's.
And not a moment too soon.
Scene interactivity. At certain points in our choreo scenes, we require the player to take action. Beyond simply giving them something to do and keeping them engaged, these moments served a few key purposes. First, they allow the player to catch up, even if they've been distracted by something else in the environment. The scene could safely pause until the player completed the task, ensuring they were back and paying attention. At the same time, it let us position the player where we needed them, which was useful for framing the scene and making sure they saw something important. In some cases, we got double value out of these moments by using them to train the player. Here, they're learning to interact with.
Oh, whoa, Mossman!
Puzzles later.
Yo, it's the North Face.
What's the meaning of this?
Oh my God.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
Hey, he's back. I'm getting him out of there.
It will peel you apart.
Just lost Gordon. What's going on?
I wish I knew. I'm encountering unexpected interference.
Unbelievable.
There he is. Oh, we're losing it again.
The man I saw, I'm all but certain it was Gordon Freeman.
You never see that enemy again in the game, by the way. It is kind of a shame that that enemy doesn't make a return in Half-Life 2.
You must get out of here. Run!
Get down out of sight. I'll come find you.
Alright, watch this. I'm going to speedrun this right now. The Combine is just so blown away by Gordon's acrobatics. Oh, thank God.
Hey, Gordon! The Citadel's on full alert. I never seen it lit up like that. Get out of City 17 as fast as you can, Gordon. Take the old canals, right? They'll get you to Eli's lab. It's a dangerous route, but there's a whole network of refugees, and they'll help you if they can. I'd come with you, but I gotta look after Dr. Kleiner. Oh, and before I forget, I think you dropped this back in Grove Street. Good luck out there, buddy.
What the
Need it.
Okay, I have a sword, I guess. The sword is a nice touch, I must admit. Oh God, my fucking eyes! Oh man, am I going the right way? No, I'm not. I'm going the absolute wrong way. Screw you.
Bullet audio. If there's one thing we're sure of, it's that a lot of bullets will fly past a player throughout the game. So we spent a bunch of time trying to perfect the audio treatment for it. Unfortunately, bullets in the game are essentially instantaneous, so we can't just attach a sound to them and rely on the movement for positioning. So after some experimentation, we landed on this solution. By figuring out the closest point on the bullet's trajectory to the player's ear, we calculate the exact time and position the bullet would conceptually pass them. We then played two different sounds at that point to fake a Doppler effect, one for the bullet's approach and one for its departure.
Huh.
And we delay the departure sound based on the calculated time the bullet passed by.
That's interesting. Ow! Ow! The McRib is back, baby!
They'll be looking for you now.
Awesome. The banana gun is kind of cool. I kind of vibe with the banana gun pretty hard, I must admit. Oh god, not the Twin Towers again. Is it the Peter Copter? Oh man, not the Peter Copter. Anything but the Peter Copter. Ah. What do you have to say, Kat?
Explosive barrels. Here, we introduce explosive barrels, a staple of first-person shooters, but with a new twist. The second pistol shot sets the barrel on fire, starting a timed detonation. A third shot will detonate the barrel immediately. This way, players could either delay the explosion or trigger it right away, depending on the situation. Players may want to feed an explosive barrel to a barnacle and then shoot it twice as a handy way to safely dispatch a cluster of them. The delayed explosion also made for more interesting chain reactions between multiple barrels. Exploding barrels were a fan favorite in the series, but also were internally favored by level designers who often felt like the game could never have enough of them.
Me too, right? Me as a game designer, for sure. Why is it Sonic?
Pistol design. The standard pistol is the workhorse of the game, functioning not only as the first ranged weapon you learn to use, but also as a method to interact with physics and destructible objects at a safe distance for the entirety of the game. To help make it feel more responsive and fun to use, the pistol employs a refire mechanic.
I'm honestly, so far out of all the mods, I'm the least fan of the McDonald's one, whatever the hell that is.
Instant response to their input, and the faster they can click, the faster they can shoot.
I imagine, by the way, for future, because I don't know if I'll stream this whole game in one sitting today, but 1, 2, 3. Ah, sick. That is true. If there are 3 shots, it explodes. Going back to what I was saying earlier, I have a few mods installed. I think I might remove a few of them here and there, like for the next stream, or maybe add different ones. Just depending on how this one goes, I guess.
Shattered glass.
Yeah. Honestly, the Tom and Jerry one might go next. Yeah, I'll also, if I had to put a list of specific ones that I can think of right now, at least.
Helicopter Peekaboo. The Combine Attack Helicopter as central antagonist was something we wanted to develop throughout the entire chapter.
Iterative passes. Some chapters of the game, such as the on-foot sections of the canals in Ravenholm, were developed in multiple passes by different cabals. We found that handing off maps in this way led to greater variety in the experience, and a higher density of interesting moments, as each cabal added their unique touches to the maps. In the on-foot portion of the canals, the first pass established the art direction and the player path, along with the broad strokes of the experience.
Oh Jesus, they're all here.
Beats. But the team-wide alpha playtest identified insufficient tension and a somewhat monotonous experience here. In our second pass, we returned to the map solely focused on creating that tension and greatly increased the density of moment-to-moment scenarios.
Can I go? No, I can't go that way. Having the banana as a pistol is kind of fun, not gonna lie.
Interstitial scenes.
Nah, I'm alright.
Good God. Guess those sirens are for you, huh? Good thing you found us.
Boxcar Joe. This small scene originally featured 2 human characters, but later in development we replaced one with a Vortigaunt. We wanted to show that Vortigons were coexisting with humans and resisting the Combine as well. We also introduced their ability to heal the player, though we didn't fully capitalize on that feature throughout the game. Vortigons became a useful narrative tool for keeping dialogue brief, as their hive mind justified their full knowledge of the world and the player's goals. This meant they never had to ask questions, neatly sidestepping the challenge of writing dialogue for a silent protagonist.
The Peter Copter. The Peter Copter is gonna be rough because a lot of the early game is gonna be Peter Copter heavy. I imagine, especially that one boss fight. That one boss fight's gonna be brutal. Oh shit.
Mounted gun gallery. There are a few things going on in this scene. The turret firing at the breakable crates behind teaches players not to take the threat head-on, and instead utilize the sewer route to defeat it. And when they reach the turret, players enjoy using it in a shooting gallery with a wave of Combine soldiers and dive-bombing scanners. We also begin to introduce the missile-firing Combine APC that pushes the players along, and will show up again later in the chapter.
That guy's on fire. How did he get on fire, that dude? I don't know. Honestly, though, the Tom and Jerry sound is kind of fun. I like that. I like that one. Not the one where they're yelling like that. That one. I like that one a lot. When they go like that, it's pretty funny. Oh no, not a Cybertruck. Freaking bastards. Alright. I have to go all the way back up here now. 1 second. Total slip of the move. Slip of the wrist right there. Ladders, man. Ladders. I would have loved a developer commentary on ladders. I would have loved one on ladders. Actually, finding these secret ones would be. Are achievements turned off with modded mode? I wonder, actually.
Was raided, but there's others up ahead.
It is kind of funny how, like, when you really break down, like, the overall pacing of Half-Life 2 specifically also, like, it's a very, like, there's nothing, like, too overtly exciting about it. Like, you're already in a sewer level already. But I think the way you dynamically get to that sewer level through Half-Life 2 is what makes it so engaging. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2, to a degree, is a game that all occurs within one smooth sequence. One sequence where, like, the camera doesn't cut to another character or another, like, thing that's not Gordon Freeman. Like, experiencing the whole thing through Gordon's eyes is just kind of a cool aspect of the Half-Life series, I guess. And other games, I think, like, rely on that too heavily or crux on that too hard. That, I don't know. The Tom and Jerry yelling sound is... It is interesting, though, that the animation for characters is not really, like, too heavily developed throughout the game. Like where they drop down like that, I don't think comes up too often. 1, 2, 3. The Combine radio chatter, by the way. is really interesting to hear. Actually, when you really get a chance to pay attention to it, it's really intriguing. Oh, the slime.
Barnacle bowling. This is a satisfying example of how a bunch of design elements can come together in a matrix of interactions to create a memorable scenario for the player. We got barnacles, our physics simulations, slippery mud surface properties, and last but not least, explosive barrels. You've encountered all these on their own, but they're able to snap together naturally to create a moment we called barnacle bowling.
Half-Life, Valve as a whole does such a great job with the amount of eureka moments that occur throughout their game. And it is kind of cool to see it happen within a Half-Life 2. Specifically, no, get away from me, explosive barrel. All right, I'm not gonna lie, the Peter Copter might be a rough one. That might be one of those mods that goes. That is cool that shooting them 3 times exactly helps them explode. I never knew that, actually. One of those things I would have never learned unless I had the developer commentary turned on, honestly. Are these the cement blocks? The McDonald's boxes? This is one of those sections within Half-Life 2 that really aged poorly, frankly. Because, I mean, at the time, it was mind-blowing kind of stuff. But it is interesting, I guess, how physics-based stuff like this became somewhat of a... not a norm, but, like, I guess a feature that ultimately was left by the wayside by the industry as a whole. And now this section, in a weird way, is more repetitive and more, like, just kind of mundane compared to, like, what, I guess, other kind of gameplay mechanics. The Peter Copter really is brutal. The Peter Copter is really rough, I must admit. I do like that Peter's in the copter, though. Does it make like different sounds? I'm noticing it makes like it's not just the hand laugh.
Normal maps. Half-Life 2 was developed during an exciting time for graphics, as the first programmable
This guy sounds like Gabe.
graphics cards were
It's kind of
hitting the
interesting.
market. Using this technology, we became one of the first games to implement normal maps, a technique that enhanced the lighting on surface geometry. The normal map described the surface's roughness, allowing each pixel of a polygon to be lit in a way that made surfaces appear bumpier and more detailed than ever possible in Half-Life 1.
It is kind of cool. The leap of quality from Half-Life 1 to 2 is kind of nuts. It really makes you wonder what the leap in quality will be for the third one, which is rumored right now, supposedly, to actually being beta tested right now, or at least, like, there's a form that does exist to a degree, which is kind of cool. I don't know how true that is. I mean, these are all rumors. I didn't shoot that. It's interesting why that exploded after one bullet. No! God! I keep going in there. I keep just like rushing in. I gotta remember to play Barnacle Bowling. Barnacle bowling is so crucial at this section of the game right now. Am I gonna hear Peter's laugh the whole time?
Soundscapes.
Ah, jeez.
In Half-Life 1, ambient sounds were placed by hand and then individually tuned. For
Oh man, the Peter Copter. The Peter Copter's... That's a rough one. I must admit that is a really rough. I just have to remember now which mods I want to remove at the end of the stream. I might try a different Alex mod as well. I think it'd be kind of funny to switch like some of the models up. as I please. I think the McDonald's one I'm going to remove, or whatever the hell this, like, I think it's called the blunt weapons one.
Last one through. Be glad you're not the guy they're looking for. Poor bastard doesn't stand a chance.
Ooh.
Sounds like they're calling in every CP unit in City 17. Now they're flooding the areas up ahead with manhacks. You better get going. Sweep through here. Too late!
Shit! Too late! You know, weird, but I remember like the crowbar is just a better weapon for these things because it does more damage to them than the pistol does, even if you're like landing all the shots. What does this cat have to say?
Manhack Matt. We called this guy Manhack Matt. We wanted to give players the sense that hundreds of citizens inhabited the hidden nooks and crannies of City 17. At this point in the game, it had been a while since players had seen a citizen, and we wanted to explain the significance of the manhacks, which was the first physics-based enemy that we created. In the
First
original
and only,
concept, there was a
right?
video arcade in the city where players could fly manhacks around to attack virtual citizens. Eventually, players would discover that the manhacks were real, and so were the citizens. As the Combine occupation became more fleshed out, this idea of a video arcade became an odd fit and eventually fell by the wayside.
Thank God these aren't Peter Copters too. Could you imagine if these are all like little Peter Copters? Get doored, loser. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. But not like this. By the way, Gordon's ears would be like totally ringing at this point from the explosions and shit. Like in this like small confined space. Gordon's ears would be like exploded by now. They would have been just like blown apart, ripped to shreds. I'm just okay. All right, whatever. I'm not even gonna bother. Get away! Get back, I say. Leave. You are forbidden. You are forbidden. Use my McDonald's sword to kill. Jesus, those guys are so annoying. Those manhacks, man, they're the worst. Oh my God! Why in here too? How'd you get in here? Oh my God, I'm like close to death. Jesus Christ. Thank God there's a bunch of McDonald's in front of me here. Went to Chick-fil-A today, actually. And I got my meal at Chick-fil-A was just 2 chicken sandwiches originally. It was just 2 chicken sandwiches. It's just, you know. And then I took the survey, and they were like, hey, for taking our survey, here's another free chicken sandwich. So I got 3 chicken sandwiches. And I had a Diet Coke as well. But, honestly, I'm fairly... The only issue, I guess, with my meal was that it was all fried. I guess chickens, you know, it was the chicken sandwich. Technically protein, yes. A lot of carbs, though. And also a lot of saturated fats and oils. 1, 2, 3. Thank God I didn't blow that one up earlier. I was thinking about blowing it up, but I was like, no, there's going to be a guy that's going to stand right in front of it the moment I do it. Like, here, 1, 2, 3. Is that a cat? So the SMG's a cat? That's kind of sick. I'll keep that mod. I like that one. That's a good mod. It's one of the good ones. Oh my God! Oh, I think we got a grenade actually out of that. That's nice. Would like some health though. I'm like kind of dying. I'm like kind of being murdered. Oh god. Just the perfect amount of ammo. I love the reload animation for that. That's very good. That's very good. I'm loving the reload animation for that. Swimming? Honestly, the swimming parts of this game, I wish I was Gordon doing this, like swimming in this like clear water. I imagine in the real world this water would be like all gross and muddy and shit, but like it's so nice to be like in clear. I love how clear the water is in this game, I guess. I don't know. Clear water, when you swim in clear water, it's like one of the best, like really like good, clear, clean water. Like fresh too, not chlorinated. That would not really match what I'm trying, the vibe I'm going for. That cannot be the default audio for this SMG, am I right? I don't believe it is. I love the other alternate reload animations for the cat. That's very good. That's very good stuff, I must say. Gosh damn it. Guys, stop. Awesome. I don't even know what blew up. Why is it blowing up immediately? Alright, we gotta get rid of this thing first. Oh my god. Incredible stuff. Back, 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 back. Go away. Go away. Be gone. Be gone, evil spawn, evil demon. Okay, let's try this again now. Perfectly choreographed, perfectly timed, perfectly done. I wonder how the damage is done on this thing. Like, is it colliding with every, like, object? Does it do damage? Or is it just player damage? Is the only way for the attack to take damage. Whoa. Camera just kind of did something weird there. Am I going that way? No, I'm not going this way. This doesn't seem right. Now this might be more like it. Back into the clear water we go. Mmm. Drinking all this water up. This clean water. This irrigated water. Why did the Combine think that would work, by the way? Where did they think that idea would work on me? Oh my god. You are really strong, you know that? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, alright, rip. Oh my god. They're everywhere. They're everywhere! Ah, get away from me! I am kind of like taking my time here a little bit, so I might have to kind of like game her out a little bit here. So we don't die anymore. Oh my god, there's like 100 of them here. Jesus Christ, this sound is so bad. Go away, get back, damn it. Did no one else get a McDonald's sword and beat these things up? Oh my gosh. I love how it respawned me right in front of this dude as I'm reloading. dying, I'm dying. I do like how Gordon moves. This is perfection. This is perfection. This is, honestly, Half-Life 2 as a game wasn't even that good until I fixed it. Until I made it better with all these mods I installed. Now it's a good game. Now this deserves Game of the Year, I think. Anyone behind me there? What's up, man? How's it going, Gaben? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I'm going to try to go through the whole game of Half-Life 2. Not today, but maybe like throughout the stream. I'm going to try to stream it throughout the week a little bit. I would like if my next game was... The next game I was thinking about streaming actually is Wild or Weird West. That was a game I played once on the Xbox One, I guess? Yeah, right? Not the Xbox 360. I need more health, though. This room really scares me because I don't have enough health. 1, 2. Thank God these guys can't swim. Oh, can they? What's going on here? Why are they attacking me? I'm in the water. How are you swimming? How are you little fuckers swimming? Oh my god, alright. Fighting these things is so annoying. Thank God they don't show up throughout the whole game. Go away. Jeez, nice and quiet.
Explosive Barrel Factory. This room,
dude, how many man hacks are there?
Exploding barrels inspired some good-natured debate within the team around how far to push the plausibility of our world. Frankly, one exploding barrel is probably too.
Give me 1 second. What do I think of golf? What do I think of golf as a sport?
Even if you were to shoot them.
I'm not good at golf. Golf is one of those things I'm not very good at. As I've grown older, I do respect the skill it takes to do golf. I often think, though, that a lot of people don't play golf seriously enough. And what I mean by that is, like, it's one of those sports that really is conducive to drinking while playing the sport, which, in my opinion, is not really a positive aspect of any sport. But I think golf as a sport's cool. I'm more impressed by the putting aspect of it. The driving aspect of it, I've heard, is like a lot easier. The putting part is hard, from what I've heard. I don't know how accurate that is. But yeah, that's what I kind of think of golf. That's what I think of golf. I do want to get that power node up there, because I do know that that's like a really like hard to do thing. I want to do it. I want to prove to myself that I'm able to do it, because I'm so good at video games. Pick this up. I could probably just stand on this railing here. Put this here. Damn it. Nope. Right there. Perfect. Sure. Nope. Hold on. I know I could. This is the hard part of this. Here we go. Put that there. No, stay here. Oh, actually, that's perfect. I want you to stand up like that, because now it makes it easier for me to just go. Right here. Good job, Barrel. Good job, Physics Barrel. Way to really. Can I actually just get back up there and grab it, like if it's standing up like that? Let's see. Oh, there we go. There it is. There it is. Turn the light on here. This is the easy part. Getting it here. Now here comes the second hard part of this. So you have to put it just ever so lightly and make it stand straight. Make it stand totally straight. Totally straight. And now you get up here. And that's one of those like really hard to get. There's actually like a dead body up here, I think. It's one of those like little aspects that the designers put in this game where it's like, you're not really supposed to get here, but like they were like, damn, can't believe you did it. If I had any pennies, would I consume them? Would I consume pennies? No. I have a few pennies, but I don't want to consume them anytime soon right now. Pennies taste weird too. That copper taste is so gross. Have you ever put a penny in your mouth? I've done that as a kid. I never did the battery. I never licked a battery though. I've heard that was like a common one too. All that for one lonely battery. It was worth it. It's about the journey, not the destination, Gaben. This is one of those. It's one of those like weird rooms. This is kind of like where Half-Life 2, the developers, like, you know, where Valve just was like, all right, now we can get a little goofy with it. Now we can get a little kind of crazy. Let's really push the player now. Enough of the combat slop. We're gonna actually have the player do some shit. We're actually gonna make them think for a little bit. This is Gabe Newell. No, it's not. There's no way Gabe Newell would want to watch someone play Half-Life 2. I feel like Gabe Newell hates all of his games. I think he loves seeing them get made, and then once they're out, he's like, I hate these games, and I hate the people that play them. That's actually not true. Gabe is very adamant about how much he enjoys the community around his games. They can't go underwater, right? Yeah, they're stupid. They can't swim. Stupid little freaking robot man hacks. Oh, I'm drowning! You regain the health, I think, once you... Now, there is a way to jump across this. I hate you. Oh, actually, that might be a game duel, actually. There's a way to jump across this. I'm just not pro enough. I'm not enough of a seasoned gamer. That could actually be Gabe Newell now. I would love to get an update on Gabe's son, because I know he has a kid who got really into cooking, and that's what led to that like kind of that partnership with that sous vide. That it was like an emote or a taunt in Team Fortress 2. How did that go about? How did that I would love to hear more about the story of how the sous vide company got a partnership with Team Fortress 2. Put the car battery in the water. That's where it belongs. You had to delay Half-Life 3 again. I gotta go call them and tell them like, hey guys, I know the game's 99.9% done. Just throw it away. They're saying that the third one is like rumored to be announced soon-ish, or at least is like being worked on in a beta of some sort. I don't know how true that is, but it's a rumor that's been floating around. It was cool how Half-Life... Technically, what people forget, though, is that Half-Life Alyx exists, man. Like, we did get that third Half-Life game. Unfortunately, it's on VR, which was cool and all, don't get me wrong. It's a cool game. I imagine if I had a VR system, I would love playing Half-Life Alyx, but I don't have one. Is the game volume too loud, by the way, Gabe? I feel like the game volume's like way too loud. I do want to play Half-Life Alyx one day, but I want to play it on a VR headset. I don't want to do the PC play of it. Because I know there's a mod where you can like play it like as a first-person shooter, but that's not the way it was intended. There's so many like little nuances and little secrets and things that get lost to it being in VR and on, you know, whatever, in the wrong format, the wrong aspect ratio. Oh my god. Can you guys all go away? Can you guys all die? Jesus Christ. These man hacks, man. They're man hacking my ass apart. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jeez Louise. Here, take that. The ambient music in this game is like unlike anything else I've ever heard in a game, by the way. It is kind of weird how like the amount of music that comes through that you don't even really notice it happening. You gotta add that little, you know, yeah, every time you jump in a game.
GPU Wild West. During development, we faced numerous decisions influenced by our choice of minimum spec, the least powerful CPU and GPU combination that would still deliver a good experience for customers. In the early 2000s, there was far more variety among GPUs than today, with wide differences not only in speed, but in fundamental approaches to rendering. But at the time, we had no real data on the hardware our customers were using. What CPUs and GPUs did they have? How much RAM? Which version of Windows? We reached out to Microsoft hoping they might know answers to questions like, how many DX7 cards are in use? Or DX8? Unfortunately, they didn't have the data either. Realizing we were at risk of making bad decisions without these insights, we developed an analysis tool that allowed players to report their hardware specs to us and integrated it into the early version of Steam. The data was so useful that we decided to make it public, launching the Steam Hardware Survey in April 2003. It's been helping us and hopefully other developers make informed decisions ever since.
Like that? Hey, you're Freeman, aren't you? We got word you were coming. You got here at a bad time.
Dynamic shadows. With a focus on character and physics objects, we felt a dynamic shadow system was necessary to render them all in all their glory. In 2003, GPUs didn't have any dedicated shadow capabilities that they have today, so performance was a tricky problem. Our eventual solution went something like this.
Seeing the cat like spinning around in the,
First,
in the
find all the
distance.
objects that might have shadows in view. Doing this meant figuring out which objects were in the view frustum, or slightly behind it, to catch entities that were off-screen but whose shadows might end up on screen. Then we'd render a black shadow version.
Crab canisters.
Alright, we're at. Oh my god. Oh! Not the big booty head crabs. It's kind of cool you don't have to fight these guys. You can kind of just circumnavigate them with skill. If you're enough of a pro MLG gamer like myself, you just dodge all this damage constantly. Like it's nothing to you. 1, 2. A lot of McDonald's boxes I'm seeing everywhere, by the way. The McDonald's kids meal. Uh-oh.
Hey, Dr. Freeman.
Uh-oh, what happened to the
Been
car?
hoping you'd show up. Got this airboat all gassed up and ready to go.
Combinatorial shader explosion. Rendering became much more complex during Half-Life 2's development with the addition of hardware shaders. Small bits of code controlling how each pixel on a surface should render. In 2003, shaders were far more limited than today. Half-Life 2 era shaders lacked conditionals and had severe code size restrictions. This meant no if-else branching logic to adjust based on different conditions, and no large shaders with broad feature sets. Also, compiling shaders as needed was just too slow to be useful, so we had to pre-compile them. To work within these limits, we had to compute every possible shader combination and store each one individually as its own shader. For example, if a shader affected a surface based on a single light source, we'd need another shader version for 2 lights, another for 3, and so on. And it was combinatorial. If that shader also supported a normal map, we'd need 2 versions per light, one with a normal map and one without. With features like texture blending, vertex tinting, specular highlights, alpha testing, and various other light types, directional, point, and spotlights, our shader count exploded. By release, we had thousands of individual shaders. Shortly after, we released Lost Coast, adding HDR support, which doubled the shader count again. Once compiling shaders on the local developer's machine started taking too long, we switched to distributing the shader compiles over the entire network using VMPI. We also had a dynamic shader compilation mode that was useful for developing shaders that gave fast turnaround at the expense of frame rate hitching when a shader had to be compiled.
Alright, I don't know what mod this is, but clearly it's not working. So we got the missing texture boat right now. I wonder if there's like a secret like developer commentary like somewhere around it. Like, you know what I mean? Like if there's like secret like little nodes that they hide just to kind of mess with the player a little bit.
Fighting motion sickness. In early playtesting, many players developed motion sickness while driving the airboat. While trying to fix this, we discovered several factors that contributed to it. We found that reducing the intrusion of the airboat into the view helped, so we made several passes on the model to pare it back. Maintaining a consistent frame rate helped as well, so it was important to keep an eye on performance in these sections. However, the single most important factor was eliminating view roll to maintain a more stable horizon no matter what the airboat was doing. One of the programmers on the team...
Oh, I wanted to hear the rest. Oh, damn it. Aw, man. I wanted to hear about that one programmer. My bad. Alright. This mission's gonna be really hard because of the Peter copter, frankly. So I'm gonna try to get through it really quickly. I don't know if these are the original skyboxes from the game or not. I don't know if I modded them either. Where's G-Man? There he is. There's that boy. There that boy, G-Man. We're gonna skip that section. We don't have to do that part. Whoa, big air! I kind of like the airboat section. It's kind of fun. I like how quick and breezy it is for the most part. Like, really, realistically, you can get through the whole section just holding the W key down the whole way through.
Supplies!
I'm gonna get the supplies over here. I'm just backing this one up here. Alright. Where's this thing at? Here's another physics mission, or a physics puzzle, I guess, that... I don't know, I feel like the physics puzzles are the one thing that aged poorly for Half-Life 2. And when I say that, I don't mean like they're bad. I don't mean like, oh, these like are stupid and dumb and like I hate them or whatever. But I mean like they're not impressive anymore. Like it's one of those things that like going through them is really just experiencing a tech demo for tech that's been out for like a decade. And it's one of those things that I imagine when they tested it was like, oh, this is amazing and great right now, but this isn't tested like 10, 15 years later and they're like, oh wow, now it's like boring to do this. Now it's like kind of almost like tedious and annoying that you have to get out of your car and put the barrels and I don't know. I find that some players feel that way sometimes when they talk about this game. Oh, thank God, that's not a Peter copter. I wonder if they don't replace the... Yeah, good idea dropping them off right here in front of me. The Combine's so stupid in this game. Like, they're so dumb. Oh, 1 second. This is a fun jump to hit. Whee! The Tom and Jerry noises in those sections is so fun. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on the... Oh my God. Jesus Christ. The freaking Twin Towers. I'm kind of torn on the Tom and Jerry sound effects. Because on one hand they're fun, but on the other hand, if I have to hear that the whole time I'm playing this game, it's going to suck. Oh, come on. Let me out there. I'm busy. Can't you see I'm busy? Here we go. He's always up here doing this. He's always like, I don't know. I always thought that was like so funny how he was just like he always does that like straight line. Like that was a really big. They were really proud of that one moment. when they designed this like level.
Grenade intro. We conceived of this Combine base as both a training area and a playground for grenades, introducing them here in infinite supply crates to signal that it's safe for players to use grenades freely without fear of running out. Go wild. The Combine encounter here uses extensive markup to direct the soldier AI towards cover and provide good opportunities for players to make use of grenades. At the end of the area, the same infinite grenade technique helps players resolve the turret placement, as a direct assault is a lot more difficult if you don't. A bright red light and a particle trail were added to the grenades, making it significantly easier for players to follow their trajectory, whether they're throwing them or dodging one from a Combine soldier.
These man hacks, dude. Oh my god, I can't wait for them to be. I can't wait for them to be gone. There we go. I think that one grenade though kind of helped earlier.
Air resistance. One important feature we had to add to our physics engine for Half-Life 2 was air resistance. At the time, physics engines would typically implement a general damping feature for slowing objects down as they moved, but this merely removes energy in a symmetric way. In order to create a more believable motion, we decided to simulate air resistance instead. This allowed us to get asymmetric behavior, where the amount the object was slowed by moving through the air was different depending on how much surface area of the object was facing the direction of movement or rotation. This feature was key to making explosions and objects thrown by the gravity gun look believable. Fast-moving and fast-spinning objects are among the most expensive things to simulate in Half-Life 2's physics engine, so air resistance also improves CPU performance in cases like explosions. It is also key to presenting different materials and masses of objects. More dense objects can push aside air more easily, and this is visible. Having this effect in the simulation helps make the difference in density between cardboard boxes and wooden planks more apparent, and really helps make the objects in Half-Life 2's world much more convincing.
Now, here's actually, speaking of convincing, here's one little convincing little trick you could do here, by the way, for this section coming up. Get a crate, or honestly, don't even get a crate. Get, like, where is the, you want, like, an object that's, like, a big old thing that's, like, maybe, like, as big as your head kind of thing. Pick up the cat, it's so funny. Hold on, we're gonna actually use this box, maybe here for this. This could work. Hold on, I know there's like a paint can in here somewhere that I think would make this a little bit more believable. Let's just use this box. Let's just use this cardboard box here. I know this trick. I watched a speed run where this guy used this trick where he basically does this. I'll show you in just a minute to get past a turret section, a turret enemy in this game. So here we go. We're gonna open this door, and then you go. Oh, damn it! Hold on, wait. So he can't see me right behind this barrel. And he still can't see me behind the barrel. He sees the barrel's getting bigger. He notices that the barrel's moving towards him, but a little bit of object permanence going on here. So this guy doesn't know it. He has no idea that I'm right here. And I'm ready to sneak up on him. He just thinks it's a barrel coming at him. I love you, kitty. Actually, I don't know. The Tom and Jerry sound effect also lets me know when I get a kill. I think the power charging stations would also have different sounds that play.
Puzzle layers. Because players are often totally unaware of the designer's intent, which we think is a good thing, they tend to respond in all kinds of surprising ways to our puzzles. Even seemingly simple puzzles can see countless failures along the way to success. That was the case with this puzzle to open the canal gates, which required many layers of hints and cues. The sparking wheel communicates that this is where someone would normally open the gate, but some other method is needed. A few crows draw the player's eye towards the solution, in this case, a bundle of girders on a pendulum. As grenades have been thoroughly introduced, we originally wanted players to throw one to break the wooden support structure, but that wasn't obvious enough. We added exploding barrels as a much clearer clue. But even after solving the puzzle, some players didn't realize that the gates were now open, which led them to endlessly explore the base interior looking for another exit. So we had to remind them of their original problem, the broken gate. We added smoke, the alarm klaxon, and a spinning light, and it was then that we finally started seeing reliably good results in playtesting.
Oh, no. Oh, shit. Ah. Okay. Damn it. Hold on. Off the back wall. Oh, come on. There we got it that time. We'll need some more grenades, though. Wow, look at my moves with Gordon here. I could probably just like start b-hopping maps soon with this kind of movement. My goodness. Bastards. I don't know. I kind of semi-hate and love the Tom and Jerry sound effects. The Cybertruck, though, I'm not a fan of that a whole lot. That just looks corny. Putting Cybertrucks and shit in, that's just corny if you ask me. Oh my god, no, I died. Gordon dies. Oh no, oh no. I'm just hearing the cat. Oh man, a lot of cat mods I'm noticing. I really went heavy on the cat mods, it seems. Hello? Oh, he's still moving. We already heard this one. Oh my god. Hold this. We heard this one already, right?
Grenade intro.
Yeah, we heard grenade intro. I wonder if they playtested the developer commentary a lot, actually. I wonder if that was like playtested a whole lot at all. If at all, really. I imagine they would, but I can't imagine the playtesting's that strenuous. I imagine it's probably a lot easier to playtest for that than going from scratch from the whole game, you know? What? These rockets don't home on you yet, do they? That happens like later in the game, I believe, right? Or maybe they do home in a little bit on you. Yikes. Like yikes, man. Oh, like zoinks. Like zoinks, Scoob. Oh, I'm fired. Whoa. 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 Could you have done that section, like, without getting hit? Kind of feels like you're, like, locked in to get hit a few times there, honestly. I guess the damage is, like, so minimal, though. There's probably, like, a massive damage buff reducer there, or damage reduction happening there, because you're in the car. We're here. Alright, honey, I'm home. Get the McDonald's toys out of there, kids. It didn't give me Magnum ammo just now, did it? No, right? I'm almost done with this peach. Hard, iced hard, whatever you want to call it. Arizona adult beverage. It's all right. Honestly, you have to water it down, though. I'm enjoying it so much that it's watered down. Taking that all that alcohol that drinks like a ton of sugar is like, ugh, I hate that. I hate alcoholic drinks a lot. I've grown to really hate that. I thought I used to like them, but now as I've gotten older, like it's just, God, they're so gross now. I know I did drink a whole one here, but like I'm just speaking on the taste specifically. Like I had to water this down. I had like 8 ice cubes, like 8 big ice cubes in this thing to like really get it to the taste that I wanted. I always thought as a kid there was like some secret on that boat right there. There isn't, but I thought there was. I really wish there was.
3D Skybox. We've always needed to render a world that feels larger.
I think I don't see Gordon in that shot though.
In Half-Life 1, we used a cube map texture to let players see beyond the playable area. But in Half-Life 2, we wanted that view into the larger world to be dynamic, not just a static texture. Our map size limitation was about half a mile in each dimension, but we realized we could create a much larger outer world if we stored it at a reduced scale. So, we invented what we called the 3D Skybox. The 3D Skybox is a small box hidden within the actual game map containing geometry at 1/16th scale. Inside it, a reference point corresponds to a matching origin in the main map. Then, when we render the space beyond the playable area, we use the geometry from the 3D Skybox, positioned by that reference point, and scaled up 16 times. Getting the lighting and fog to blend seamlessly across the transition from the main map to the Skybox presented some sticky challenges, but it worked. The result made the world feel significantly larger and more immersive than it had in Half-Life 1.
Half-Life 1, though, is like so much more interior, though. There's like a lot more like very rarely is there like any like out like where you have like a big large vista within Half-Life 1, though.
357 intro. The Magnum, unlike the basic handgun with its slower rate of fire, is meant to be fired in a more measured, calculated way, dealing catastrophic damage to your target. Earlier versions of the Magnum had a bit of random dispersion, which we felt fit the heft and the less sensitive trigger pull of a larger pistol. However, this led to anticlimactic moments where players would carefully line up a shot only to miss due to the accuracy penalty. To address this, we made the first bullet perfectly accurate, with each subsequent shot becoming less accurate as you blasted away.
I wonder if there's a way where you could like quick swap and reload the accuracy to it at all, though.
VMPI.
Nah, I'm good. I don't want to hear about that crap. That sounds lame. Oh my god, not the Peter Copter. Oh, anything but the Peter Copter. This gun is pretty lenient, honestly, though, with the damage, even on hard difficulty. God. And just like that, I'm already, like, near death. on. I always die in that room.
357 intro. The Magnum, unlike the basic handgun with its slower rate of fire, is meant to be fired in a more measured, calculated way, dealing catastrophic damage to your target.
Try that
Earlier
again.
versions of the Magnum
Just kind of
had a
speed
bit
run
of
this
random
part.
dispersion,
The
which
reloading
made
on
it
this,
fit
the
the
Magnum
half
is so
in the less
crazy
sensitive
long,
trigger
honestly.
of a larger pistol.
I hate how slow
However,
it
this
is.
led to anticlimactic moments where players would carefully line up a shot only to miss due to the accuracy penalty. To address this, we made the first bullet
I missed
perfectly
that,
accurate,
man hack.
with each subsequent shot becoming less accurate.
I maybe should use the SMG for the man hacks. I think the SMG is just a better gun overall because like there's such a stun capacity with it. There's such like a stun amount that happens when you shoot this gun. I'm noticing. I like how the different animations for the cat, like there's just different ones for reloading, which is cool. Why is the cat a gun? I don't know though. Really, I really have no idea what I was thinking when I downloaded this. Oh man, these guys are ruthless with it. They're just so ruthless with coming in here. Is there another one in here? Is there another guy? No other guys? We're all guyed out. Oh, here's some guys. Oh, there's guys there too!
357
Bro.
intro. The Magnum, unlike the basic handgun with its slower rate of fire, is meant to be fired in a more measured, calculated way, dealing catastrophic damage to your target. Earlier versions
I have to
of
get
the
this right now. I have to get this right. I'm driving me nuts now. I think just getting in the building actually might be the move. Just diving into the building head first. Not fighting out here. Outside fighting here is really where we're getting a lot of the damage eaten up by this helicopter. The man hacks, though, are also a problem. How am I missing these shots? How am I missing? Alright. Okay. Honestly, the Magnum... It's weird how they introduced this gun here, and then I feel like it's actually not good for this section. Because you really want... Because like, there's so many of these guys. Yeah, like, the fact that you need to take a calculated shot is really what screws me up with this section here. With this gun. The moment we see man hacks, we just gotta switch off of it. We should get rid of these guys, though. The McDonald's employees should go with the revolver for sure. McDonald's employees get the revolver. Just the rules, kids. I don't make them. I just live by them. There's so many. You guys have so many of these man hacks. Jesus Christ. Dude, what?
357 intro. The Magnum,
Am I just
unlike the
rushing this
basic
section
handgun
too
with
much?
its slower rate of fire, is meant to be fired in a more measured, calculated way, dealing catastrophic damage.
I hate dying constantly when I'm streaming a game, man. It always drives me nuts. Because I'm a good gamer. I'm a solid gamer. Where'd the other guy just go? Oh, wow. Here we go. Now we're landing these. Now we're hitting them. The manhacks, man. I'm not gonna lie, the Peter Copter has to go soon. There we go. Had to lock in. Sorry I was like so quiet right there. I really had to lock in though on these guys, on these kids. Put these McDonald's employees to shame. So I think they spawn in the moment I hop on this thing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I really hate how inaccurate this gun is, though, the SMG. It's one of the more annoying guns in this game design. I don't know, it's just like you have to be like so close range to really get the full value out of it. Like the most value out of it, I guess. I'm gonna throw this grenade here, actually. Just clear that out for me. Oh my god, where? From below? Come on. Wow, hard mode is really kicking my ass right now. I don't remember Half-Life 2 being this hard. I just forget. I don't remember them throwing this many Combine though in this this often in these sections though. I just don't remember that. The Peter Copter, man. Oh, man. The Peter Copter is really killing me. Shit. Oh, no. I don't know why this texture is all fucked up. I'm shooting Peter Griffin. Oh. It has like damage sounds. Thankfully the Peter Copter doesn't show up like there's that one lone manhack. Look, is he get lost? Where's that guy going? Alright, there we go. Jeez, that section is rough. That's a rough spot, honestly. The combat in that section is just so rough because like it's almost like too claustrophobic almost. The manhacks on the higher levels, man, those are rough. The Combine's not too bad. I don't mind fighting them too much, but the manhacks are rough because like you have to be really accurate with that shot, and then also they take a lot of damage too. Whoa! Got a lot of air out of that one. Oh, just hit a wall. Whoops, my bad. trying to see how long I've been streaming for. Alright, almost about 2 hours. Wait, I want to listen to what the thing said. Wait! Don't Peter Copter, wait!
Helicopter bombing run. This is another example of us creating movement hazards while driving the airboat. The helicopter attempts to stay in front of the player when dropping bombs, and if the player backtracks, it switches to hovering and turns to attacking the player. In one playtest, a bomb just so happened to drop between the pipe seams, creating a pretty cinematic moment. The playtester had a positive reaction, so the team decided to script it so it happened every time. This process has become part of our organic design process. Every so often, a cool thing randomly happens in a playtest, and we find a way to make it happen more reliably.
Oh wow, I just hit a bomb? Whoops. I had a feeling there's a health pack here. God, the music in Half-Life is so good, man. I sometimes listen to like some of the music from like Portal and shit like that. Water hurt. Water bad. I always like that little piece of graffiti here. You got this G Mox G whatever G Moz graffiti. I always like that little design, that head, the barcode. It's kind of you almost like have to hit the grenade that hard. Get up there, you bastard! Just looking up and seeing the Peter Copter, that was pretty good. Ooh, more secret shit. More shit. Got more shit in here. Got some shit in here. Got some shit. Oh, actually that... Wait, that bomb actually helped me speedrun that a little bit. Wait, what? Speedrun strat right there. Holy cow. Damn it, got her too fast. That I feel like the laugh is just getting faster with the Peter Copter. I wanted to zoom. I wanted to do like a little bit of a cinematic zoom in there, but because Cybertruck's shooting at me here. Elon Musk over there just pelting me with rockets because of what I asked Rock to make an image of him pregnant. God forbid, right? God forbid I have dreams. Jeez. Honestly, it is nice to have like a section where I can just kind of slow down for like a second. You bastard. You bastard in a basket. No way.
Displacements 1. After Half-Life 1 shipped, our level designers and artists wanted a better solution for outdoor environments, so we built the first version of our terrain system. It was based on subdivided quads. To visualize this, imagine a flat square divided into a grid, where each point on the grid can be moved up or down. Level designers could lay out multiple squares and then use a paintbrush tool to shape hills and valleys by adjusting the grid points. For rendering, we used a special blended texture, which combined two different textures. Each grid point specified how much of each texture to use, allowing smooth transitions between surfaces like sand, grass, dirt, and gravel. This type of terrain system wasn't unusual in game engines at the time, and we naively thought it would be enough for our game designers.
Naively, but sure enough, those bastards found something else.
Displacements 3. With the general displacement system in hand, level designers didn't stop at adding detail to the world and returned to their original goals of building large-scale outdoor sections. This led to another round of updates to balance performance, ensuring the system could handle both fine detail and larger ground terrain. Texturing had to improve as well, especially to support complex structures like overhanging cliffs that weren't possible with the original height-based system. Designers, never one to rest on their laurels, also started using displacements to create caves and tunnels. While these additions looked great, they required even more technical adjustment. Eventually, we managed to wrangle the competing requirements of all the ways that displacements were being used, and they shipped in large sections of our game world.
I almost didn't make that jump.
Looking back, displacements are a clear example of how technology and game design evolved together. It's a chicken and egg problem. We can't foresee all the ways a piece of tech will impact the game, but we also can't build the tech without knowing what it needs to accomplish. So, as is always the case, we have to build something. We start with a solid guess and see where it leads us.
Just in time, Doc. Gotta move. Just getting ready to pull out.
We better hurry. Get down this beach and get out of here.
What?
Come on in.
What was that sound?
You're up against.
What was that, like, weird little cute alien sound? Hello?
Gestures. Each of our characters had a library of simple animations called gestures, which we could easily layer on top of other body movements. While originally planned as a production savings to allow us to reuse animations throughout the game, we found they actually had more utility than that. Humans often repeat certain movements, and these can be markers of a specific personality. As a result, our gestures library ended up capturing the essence of each character, helping to unify our animation team's understanding of who those characters were. This made it much easier for our animators to share any one character's workload among themselves, which production often required.
Cool.
There we are. That gun came off one of the same hunter choppers that you're up against. That was like bringing a little iron. Take that chopper now. You should be able to tear on through the Eli's blood.
What is the sound he's making? I do forget that this has like an ammo capacity aspect to it. It's just kind of cool to see all the action that happens within this game, though. Still, and it's still pretty technically impressive to today, even. Oh hell yeah! Shoot at a Cybertruck, cool. I hate Cybertrucks, man. Those are like the ugliest car in the world. They're so big too. Like you don't need a car that big. Oh, that one barrel really did a number on me. What are you kidding me? That one barrel really like did 1 billion health. I don't know. The more I'm doing it, the more I'm like, the Tom and Jerry sounds stay. The Tom and Jerry yelling sounds stay. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie doodle. Let's just bang that one up there real quick, kids. Oh my god. This freaking boat, man. Get up there. Get up there, boat. What does this floating cat have to say?
Donkey Kong Barrel Ramp. This particular area, the drainage ramp, originally started as just an interesting piece of level architecture. But during playtesting, we quickly saw how fun it was to slide the airboat up and around the slope, so we added more elements to enhance that experience. This included Metro Cops dropping barrels down toward the player, and a little nod to the classic arcade game, Donkey Kong.
I always wish there's like little secret things in these boats, man. I feel like there are some like interesting small missed opportunities that Half-Life has as a game series. Like Half-Life 2 specifically, I guess. This section I remember back in the day used to drive me nuts. Can I get it to stop by shooting it? There we go. I can. Oh, cool. Look all destroyed and stuff. I wonder what a Cybertruck actually looks like when it blows up or whatever. Not that I'm saying I want to see like someone like not that I'm saying I want to like see Cybertrucks blow up, but I would be curious what they look like, what that aesthetic is. Whoa, big jump! I cannot believe that they got this past like all that like motion sickness stuff. I feel like the motion sickness in this kart part is like this in the airboat scene specifically is like so nuts. Hold on now. That's the way we have to go. Right here. I believe this is where we fight the helicopter. Probably be the last time we see the Peter copter for the rest of this stream, or these streams in general. I did this on a 360. First time I played Half-Life 2 was on a 360. And doing this on the 360 was so hard, I remember. Oh, shiz! This thing is ripping me apart! Ooh. Wow, I really need some health. I really need some health. The air you get with this thing is so crazy. I already had like no health when starting this fight. Wow, actually I had 67. I mean, it's not no health, but not a whole lot either. I am kind of semi-debating I should lower the difficulty though for the rest of these streams. I've played Half-Life 2 enough though. The game's not that hard, honestly. I feel like some of the deaths I've been having are from very choke points, sequences, and whatnot, but. I hit that bomb straight on there, jeez. I can't believe it's still going. Is it flashing red, actually? Is this eyes flashing red because the damage is taken? It's actually pretty impressive if it is. Oh, man. Alright, thank God. Not gonna lie, the Peter copter bit was getting a little old. That was getting a little... It's kind of cool to see the Peter copter up close, though. Actually, it's kind of funny that they actually have a broken version of the Peter copter. Is Peter somewhere here? What do you have to say about this little cat guy?
Helicopter Megabomb Origin. The Megabomb helicopter attack was based on a bug where a programmer accidentally removed the bomb drop cooldown, resulting in the chopper dropping hundreds of bombs all at once. It looked so cool that we decided that we had to keep it for the final shipping bombing run attack.
Honestly, I feel like Half-Life 2's best part sometimes can be these quiet moments here where we have like kind of like free reign to like kind of goof around a map a little bit. Just kind of see stuff, you know. Just take a second, really appreciate the environment. I like these moments in games a lot more. As I've gotten older, I guess. Like, I don't know what it is. I feel like the type of game that like drives me nuts is the one where it's just constant action all the time, like within a narrative sequence. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so crucial to have quiet moments or like kind of slow-paced moments within narrative-heavy games like this, because like if it's just constant blowing up stuff all the time, it gets like it just your brain just like gets desensitized to it.
Arena exit gate. The wheel mechanism to raise the exit gate was added specifically to force the player to defeat the helicopter before they can move forward. We often refer to elements like this as gating the player, using design elements to keep them from progressing until they've completed a necessary task. Here, it's quite literally a gate.
We gotta see the secret Vortigaunt, right? I mean, come on, we can't not go to see the secret Vortigaunt. I remember getting the achievement for this on the 360 and being so proud of myself. Oh, actually, it's. I remember it's easier if you just stack it up actually into it in a second. Like that, maybe. Like that. Actually, that could work. There it is. The McDonald's sword really is doing it for me, though. Yep. Oh wow, I don't have any more energy. Oh, can I make this? I barely made that. Jeez. Jeez, Charlie. You barely made it out of that section there. I feel like I can do Alan pretty well. I feel like Charlie's hardest. Mr. Boss, though, is also one of those other characters that, like, I don't really know. And Pim's, I mean, not Pim, but Glep's the easiest of the Smiley Friends to mimic. Actually, I think he might even be the hardest, actually, now that I think about it. I really could only confidently think I could say I could do Alan.
Helicopter Final Battle. We designed this area as the arena for the final showdown between the player and the Combine attack helicopter. It's the player's chance to finally eliminate the relentless enemy that's been hunting them since fleeing underground after leaving Kleiner's lab. This area went through many iterations to get right. It needed ample space for fast-paced vehicle combat, a smooth movement flow with clear path options, and reliable performance. We also aimed for visual clarity suited to combat, striking but not overly noisy, while ensuring it would serve as a memorable vista once the helicopter is destroyed.
Give me some of these McDonald's Diet Cokes, please. Give me some of these oh man, I could really go for like... I don't know why, but a McDonald's hamburger, sometimes those hit harder than... I feel like, that's honestly, I know I sound like a... this might be unk status of me to say this, but I feel like the McDonald's hamburger over time has become my favorite menu item on the game. Just a plain cheeseburger from McDonald's. The fries are good, but like, I feel like those often don't really leave like that nice impacting feeling, or that nice satisfying feeling once they're over with. It's just salty for the sake of being salty at times. I don't know, man. The McDonald's cheeseburger has a little special place in my heart, I must say. Is there a developer commentary node for the G-Man actually at all at any point in the game? I would be curious to see Val speak on the G-Man a little bit. It is kind of interesting that G-Man and like the Doorman are both similar characters in terms of their power scaling, or in terms of their power status level, I guess. I don't know, the Doorman and Deadlock is just, I guess, like canonically is like as powerful as like one of the patrons or whatever, but he is he's got a lot of similar qualities to like in terms of like, I guess, his character, in terms of his like motivations to the G-Man. That being kind of like the unknown aspects of those characters in a way, like the kind of just the crunching sound. Oh my god. Alright, Black Mesa East. We made it. We're here. We're here in this bitch.
airboat wreckage. Originally, we destroyed the airboat in the jump over the dam, so this level opened with the player amidst the wreckage of their beloved airboat. In a team-wide playtest, people felt disappointed to lose the vehicle they had spent so much time in. There was a lot of internal debate about whether that feeling of loss was a valuable experience or not. Ultimately, we decided to leave the airboat intact to allow for the possibility of the player reuniting with it someday. Some say that airboat is still out there, waiting for you.
Is it now, David? Is it? In the third one, soon. Trust me, it'll be there. Do they talk about the graffiti at all in any of these commentary notes as well? That's another aspect of this game that always just gets like overlooked a bit. Oh wow. Huh. I like how I skip a lot as Gordon Freeman here. A lot of skipping.
We've got something. Okay, it's human. Hello? Take it easy in there. You're safe now. You'll have to forgive the scanning process. We can't take any chances. Dr. Freeman? Gordon Freeman? Is that you? You've made it here this quickly. Well, Eli is going to be amazed, not to mention relieved. I'm Dr. Mossman, Dr. Judith Mossman. I've been hearing about you since long before the Black Mesa incident. Oh, Black Mesa. I do so envy you working with Eli and Dr. Kleiner when they were at the top of their field. Ah, there we go. You can come through now. I'll take you down to Eli right away. He would never forgive me if I kept you waiting.
I've never actually played the game that this model's from. It's like Sin or something like that. I heard it's a really fun first-person shooter. But like this lady with the big knockers
use the extra help around.
is like a big part of like I guess the story.
Around the last few months, but things would go so much faster if we had more people with you.
She's also evil in the other game.
We're closing.
I guess Mossman's evil-ish.
The Combine still hasn't mastered. Eli thinks their portals are string-based, similar to our Calabi-Yau model. But they failed to factor in the dark energy equations. They can tunnel through from their universe, but once they're here, they're dependent on local transportation. If they knew what we were doing with entanglement... Oh. Listen to me, I sound like a postdoc. I'm just so excited to think that we'll finally have the chance to work together.
Everyone really wants to hop on Gordon Freeman's bones, man. It's crazy.
Dr. Kleiner compressed the Zen relay far beyond anything he imagined.
Are they playing chess?
We figured out how to use Zen as an unexpressed axis. Effectively a dimension.
You guys are cooking in there. It smells good.
So we can swing around the border world and come back in local space without having to pass through. Oh, here's Eli now.
Damn, Eli with the new cut, bro. You looking fresh? Shit, look at those waves, dog.
Gordon Freeman. Let me get a look at you, man.
Eli's lab. We built Eli's lab after Dr. Kleiner's, which gave us a better understanding of how to set up and design effective choreo scenes. As a result, we were able to...
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Having multiple characters doing their own thing.
Eli's a fucking furry, dude. Oh my god, bro. Come on. That was not necessary to include that detail.
Generally, players wanted to play along with the scene.
What?
They just needed enough subtle clues to know where we wanted them. Similarly, if they got distracted, the scene had to gently pause and wait for them to return.
Hugs and pickups. Sometimes even little things can be a nightmare to get working. For example, getting a character to hug another character, or even more simply, just to pick up an object from a table, can cause a lot of issues. Even worse, in our dynamic environment, where the characters and objects aren't in preset positions, and the player is running around getting in the way, these require a level of synchronization that can be quite tricky. They're made harder because humans handle them without thinking. As you're moving to the table to pick up a cup, you're doing all kinds of preparation with your body to get your feet and hands in the right position to allow to do it comfortably. Everything ready right when you get there. If you're moving in to hug somebody, you're both doing it at the same time, adjusting constantly based on each other's movement. To get these features to work in the game involved a lot of synchronization work, making characters aware of each other and the world, and at the same time, getting them to know more about their future plans. It's tempting to want to pick up a cup example into discrete steps. Walk to the table, face cup, pick up a cup, because it's much simpler that way, and it makes the steps nicely reusable. But that's how robots work, not humans. Our characters had to know they were moving to a table with the intention to pick up a cup, so they could work on multiple parts of it simultaneously, making sure their hand grabs the cup right when they get there. With two characters, it's even more of a negotiation. Both need to agree where and when it's going to happen, and everything needs to happen in place in a seamless fashion. While these moments of simple interaction with their characters in the world are often short, they were critical to making them seem like believable people. Hugs and pickup.
We want to put this dense chunk of visual story here because it's the place the game is most explicit at telling players to explore a space. Even though its primary job is world building, we still take strides to highlight the relationship between Eli and Breen, giving context to the world's central conflict.
Well in hand. Someone misjudged the capacity of the Combine Thyristor.
Are you blaming me?
No, not at all. It was a calculation error, not a mechanical problem.
Then...
They're just like, oh, fuck. Can I kill you too? Oh, I can't kill him. Can I kill you guys? Sick. Can I kill you? Alright, sorry. Oh, I have to go through that all over again. Oh, my God.
Let me get a look at you, man.
My bad. I should not have done that. But now that I'm here. I don't know. That second time was pretty funny. I don't know why that's funny. Okay, I'm sorry. That was dumb. That was dumb. We'll go through this cutscene as needed.
Gordon Freeman.
It's kind of weird how Mossman's HP is so much higher than freaking
God, you haven't changed one iota.
Eli's.
Do it.
What's that
Well,
about?
let's see. The last time I saw you, I sent you up for help after the resonance cascade. I never thought it would take you this long to get back to me. Welcome to the lab anyway. It's not Black Mesa, but it served us well enough.
It's going to be a lot more like Black Mesa with Gordon here to help.
Right you are. MIT graduates are few and far between these days. We'll get you out of that hazard suit and back into your lab coat where you belong.
Thank God.
Let me just finish up some work and I'll see what I can dig up.
Yeah, why don't you go finish up some work, doll?
It's been a real honor.
Why don't you give me a cup of
I'm looking
coffee?
forward to working together.
Why don't you go give me a sandwich real quick?
Feel free to look around.
We want...
This is killing me though. This part of the mod is killing me.
My wife Ozian, don't you? That picture and Alex were all I managed to carry out of Black Mesa.
Was that the one from my locker? By the way,
We've almost got that
the picture of your family.
But I wouldn't blame you if you didn't volunteer for the next trial run.
What are the books you have here? Robotics.
Oh,
Interesting.
Gordon. The Vorticon said you were here. I can't believe you made it so quickly on foot.
I believe he broke your record, honey.
Well, he earned it. I guess you proved you can handle yourself out there.
There's nothing Gordon can't handle.
Yeah, there
With
isn't.
the possible exception of you.
Dad, please.
What's going on here?
Take a look at this, Gordon.
The way he types on the keyboard is so funny to me. Wow. Eli's just like, hey, look at this, Gordon. Leave me alone. I'm busy. I'm over here missing my furry fox wife.
Alex, I thought you were on watch.
The Vortigont's relieved me so I could come see Gordon. Anyway, I should be in here working on the portal.
I have the repairs well in hand. Someone misjudged the capacity of the Combine thyristor.
Are you blaming me?
No, not at all. It was a calculation error, not a mechanical problem.
Then maybe you should let me do the calculations next time, as well as installing it.
Alex, really? Sometimes I think you deliberately misunderstand me.
Alex, why don't you take Gordon along and give him some practice with the gravity gun?
Sure. Come on.
Do your
Gordon.
eyes move?
Let's go
Yeah, they
have
do.
some
They
fun.
move. That's pretty.
The
That's pretty
zero-point
impressive.
energy field manipulator is not a toy, Alex.
Ugh, let's get out of here.
What was that? What was going on there?
So I see you've met Dr. Mossman. She's one of the main reasons I spend so much time outside. You should hear.
Mossman. Judith Mossman was originally based on a character we had planned for a section of Half-Life 1. That section was cut from the base game and reused in Uplink, but without the character. We consider her the most complex character in Half-Life 2. We knew we'd be walking a tightrope with how the player felt about her even before Nova Prospect, because the player's trusted sources don't agree. Eli likes her, but Alex doesn't. We recognized there was a limit to how much complexity we could pull off in relationships, but we felt that a stepmother-daughter dynamic was something players would understand. Whether or not you agree with Mossman, she's doing
Eye shader. Another critical part of getting character faces to be convinced.
Alright, I don't know what that has to do with the gravity gun.
Character lighting.
No one care about that.
Facial technology.
Where's the gravity gun
Call it a
one?
zero-point energy field manipulator, if you really want to. It's designed for handling hazardous materials, but we mainly use it for heavy lifting.
I don't remember it being red.
Give it a try.
Is this part of the mod? Oh, it's the McDonald's gravity gun. Oh, of course.
Primary
Great.
trigger
That's
and it's a
awesome.
charge. You can punch stuff and send it flying. I found it handy for clearing minefields. The secondary trigger lets you grab things. You can throw them with the primary. Once you pick something up, you can drop it gently by pressing your secondary trigger again. Pick up some stuff and toss it.
I hate how it doesn't destroy boxes. Just throwing these at Alex.
You can also pull stuff over from a distance. Try grabbing those barrels from that ledge up there. All right. See if you can stack some stuff to climb up here.
Oh. Oops. I just destroyed everything I could stack to climb up there. Whatever, we figured it out. We're fucking gamers.
Moving the gravity gun. When the gravity gun was first prototyped, we planned to give it to the player midway through the game. But as playtesting progressed, we saw the strength of its design and realized the gravity gun, and more importantly, the ability to launch saw blades at zombie faces, needed to come earlier. That meant Eli's lab also needed to move earlier too. It was a significant change, but it was crucial to Half-Life 2's success. It serves as a good reminder that storytelling and gameplay are intertwined, and neither can always take priority. They have to work together.
First model's about yay high. I've been adding to him ever since. Haven't I, boy?
I wanted a mod, by the way, dog, for this, but I couldn't find a good one. I couldn't find one that was funny. Like, the only one that I found was like making it look like Shrek. And I feel like that's such an obvious, like, you know what I mean, bit, like mod bit that everyone does. Just put Shrek in a game.
Good catch.
just come on, man. Yeah, come on. Let's get this over with.
Another one, dog.
Yeah, dog. Come on. Throw it. Chuck it at me.
Excellent. Dog, go get your ball.
Dog? Is there one for dog? Is there like a node for dog specifically? Oh, not even close. No, come on. Don't pick it up. Oh. Here, pass the rock. Oh, maybe there isn't one for dog. Here, wait, look here.
Risk. Looking back on Half-Life 2 now, 20 years later, it's sobering to reflect on how terrifying it was throughout much of the development. Game development is hard. You never really get what you'd like to have, which is be able to validate risk before you start to pile more on top of it. For example, our facial animation technology took probably 3 or 4 years of work before we were confident it was actually going to work, but we couldn't wait until then. In that first year, we immediately started making all kinds of other choices in our game design, our asset production, and our other technologies, all based on the assumption that our facial animation technology was going to work in the end, from a quality and performance standpoint. If it hadn't, many of those other choices wouldn't have worked either. At the same risk profile is true of other large choices we made early on. We can't wait. We just have to build and hope that our guesses will be true years from now. Terrifying.
It's kind of cool. It's one of those like later. But I heard they added more developer commentary stuff with like on the 20th anniversary, which is kind of cool. Why does dog have a mattress? The way the mattresses moved in Half-Life 2 is always so interesting to me.
Scanners! Oh, the combine sweeping the area. Gotta head back to
More Peter coppers. Not the Peter coppers. Yeah, get those thick thighs in here. Those boxes really screwed up the AI of those two guys there.
Alex!
What's going on in there?
Where are you, Alex?
We're in the scrapyard airlock, stuck in a full auto cycle.
Is Gordon still with you?
He's right here.
Good. I want you to...
Dad?
Take Gordon out of here. Head for the coast. Do not go through Rafe.
Dad? Dad! Damn it! Dog, open the airlock. Get us out of here. Hurry, now! Tear it apart if you have to. Just get it open. That's enough, dog. Come on, Gordon. Come on!
Oh, thank God, I'm with you right here. I'm right. Okay.
Gordon, you need to get out of here. I can't leave my father. Dog, take Gordon to the Raven home tunnel. Circle around and try to meet up with me. Hurry!
I don't know why the Tom and Jerry sounds are going off over there. Come on, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I like how Gordon climbs ladders holding a gun like that. That's always so funny to me. Like, just imagining that in real life. I would like to get the achievement, actually, where I go through all of Ravenholm with the gravity gun.
We finished up our work on Ravenholm. We couldn't shake the feeling that the transition from Eli's lab just wasn't working. It was far too abrupt. Eli's lab connected directly to the streets of the town where you'll be shortly, and the section you're standing in didn't exist. We had just made this promise at the end of Eli's lab: we don't go there anymore. And we liked the overall build-up we'd created, but when the player got to Ravenholm, they were immediately dropped into combat with zombies without any room for tension building. So we built this section and the subsequent tight corridors to address that in a way we were happy with. We slowed the pacing, focused on art and lighting, got you ready to experience why we don't go to Ravenholm anymore.
That's kind of cool, actually. This little dude is always so interesting to me. Oh wait, whoops. I was picking up with like my normal physics pickup options. I always love, because they like swings around like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Ravenholm gameplay focus. After watching many playtests of Ravenholm, we knew the core gameplay of the level revolved around the gravity gun and physics. Once equipped with that knowledge, we felt we could appropriately build the transition into Ravenholm and help the player learn and understand a bit about what the upcoming experience would be. This happens often. We build the level track, figure out what's working, and then design its prologue. We built the following set of rooms with that table setting in mind. The brutality of the tools we provide the player seemed to aid in setting the mood we were striving for, helping to shift the tone from the safety of Eli's lab to something darker and more frightening.
Oh god! Barrel almost got my ass. Oh jeez. I gotta be careful about the explosive barrels in this section. Those things can really get my ass.
Contrived setups. There's a pretty obvious contrivance in a bunch of the gravity gun and physics object training. The player pulls a saw blade out of the wall with the gravity gun, and right on cue, a zombie stumbles around the corner, just begging to have a saw blade launched at it. Then the player crawls under a spinning blade trap to turn it off, and suddenly 3 zombies appear, taunting the player to switch the trap back on. We didn't have much time to iterate on this section, so we needed setups that worked for all players, not more open-ended ones that relied on them making the right move. While this kind of design has the potential to reduce players' creativity, in this case, we found that they didn't seem to mind that we forced their hand a little bit.
Paint cans. Paint cans. Once we started to succeed at making the gravity gun and physics gameplay the core of the Ravenholm experience, we started to go through the levels and look for objects that we might have overlooked as we were busy working with the really aggressive things like saw blades and exploding canisters. One of the things we found was the paint can, and it was simple enough for us to sort of reinforce player expectations by having the paint can splatter paint on the zombies when you threw one at them.
His little butt cheeks. I literally, I barely walked into that thing. Gosh damn it.
Ravenholm's development. We began developing Ravenholm early in the production of Half-Life 2, so it went through more than one full development pass. The first version predated the gravity gun, with gameplay focused on traditional zombie combat using guns and some of the physics traps. We even planned to showcase Ravenholm at E3 in 2002, but the game was ultimately unveiled a year later in 2003. By that point, we had invested heavily in Ravenholm's art, something which we generally avoid until the gameplay is fully proven. So once we went back to Ravenholm with the gravity gun mechanic in mind, we were working with a lot of pre-existing level geometry that had been designed with a very different gameplay goal in mind.
Misteaching flinches. Another memorable playtest and example of the danger of misteaching players occurred in Ravenholm. One of our design principles is for the game to respond to the player as much as possible. So when designing the gravity gun, it seemed obvious that if the player pointed it at a zombie and pulled the trigger, something should happen. It was simple enough to make it zap the zombie for a tiny amount of damage, causing the zombie to play its flinch animation, which felt good and responsive. Later, we watched a playtest where the tester discovered this interaction immediately upon arriving in Ravenholm, and interpreted it as a feedback that the gravity gun was hurting the zombie, which it was, just not very much. So they zapped the zombie again, repeatedly, shocking it over and over until it died. This is a slow, unfun, inhumane way to fight zombies, especially where you're surrounded by saw blades and explosive canisters. Having learned our lesson, we removed that flinch animation, even though it meant losing that interaction between the zombie and the gravity gun. In this case, it was better to not have the simple interaction, rather than give the false impression that the gravity gun was an effective way to fight zombies. Even simple principles can require trade-offs when you get into the details.
I know I just said earlier I was going to do everything with the gravity gun, but I just now realize that I haven't been doing that for the past, few kills I've gotten, so... Alright. Oh yeah, that's right, I made him look like Max Payne.
Grigori Plaza. This open plaza is one of the areas that was fully detailed in our first development pass, and when we returned to it, we wanted to preserve as much of the existing art as possible while designing a new player path that used all 3 dimensions, moving players up and down, through windows, across rooftops, and between buildings. It wasn't a large space, so we had to squeeze as much track out of it as possible, and since that started as an art-focused area, it was light on gameplay and we needed to address that playtesters tended to fly right through it. And to top that off, it was already pushing our rendering performance budget with little room left for anything new. The challenge became finding small additions to slow the player down by adding threats around corners and into every nook and cranny of the level.
Yeah, the saw blade really is just the most OP thing to hold these guys.
Fire trap. This fire trap was originally intended as a visual showpiece for the fire system before a level designer repurposed it as a gameplay element for Ravenholm. It was almost cut many times during development due to the performance impact on the low-end PCs because of all the overdraw involved with the transparent sprites. In the end, there was a programmer who felt that it was important enough to the gameplay that it was worth doing the work to solve the performance issues and make sure we could get it into the game.
How do I turn this one off, though? Oh, here we go. It is, by the way, this section's cool too because of all the really crazy sounds. It really like adds a whole element to the zombification aspect of the Half-Life universe that exists.
Hallway covers. These junk-filled hallways were a simple solution to our need to slow the player down. With the constraint of preserving as much of the existing geometry as possible, combined with slow-moving zombies as the main enemy, it was tricky to stop players from just sprinting through here. Luckily, having Grigori as the crazed inhabitant of Ravenholm made these setups easy to justify. It makes good sense that he clogged the stairwell to keep himself safe on the rooftops. In the end, Grigori's solution and ours were one and the same. Just throw a bunch of furniture in the way, because if it stops zombies, it'll probably slow the player down too.
How do I kill this guy without any gravity? Without having to use a gun. Their little butts, I swear. That's not getting gold. Here's the best weapon to use on these zombies, by the way.
Poison head crabs. This room unintentionally introduces poison head crabs. We'd spent a lot of time crafting their proper introduction later in the level, but once we saw